you mute your device. Thank you.
Hello, Great House.
Good evening, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here. Slexia, you are a great woman.
Thank you, sir. Please, can we have your video?
Please, where I am, I just enter house now because it was a very busy day. So please.
Okay, no problem. You can go on, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to share this testimony because of time yesterday, it was not possible for me to share. A woman in Port Harcourt got married for over 15 years. They tried all manners of stuff, the midwives, hospital, drugs, all concoction, church, fasting for this number of years. At the point, there was no more hope for the fruit of the womb. So at the point, the husband just say, okay, that being the case, I don't want to adopt. They continue like that. They love themselves. And they happened to meet this woman from, let's say, like before COVID-19. So I discussed with the woman about our plant-based stem cell. Because before now, the mother was down with stroke for over 6 years. And she was a person, along with the husband, that took care of the situation. The mother was on wheelchair. They did everything for the mother. At the end of the 6 years, the woman died. So they had to arrange to take the woman to the mother earth in a part of Imo State. That was last year. So this woman asked me, how about that your product? Because I've been recommending the products. The woman said, no, we have used everything. We've used everything. In fact, it's good for the woman to go and rest because mama is of age. Okay? But at this point, she was the person that requested of her double stem cell. And she wanted to use it. Too much suffering, busy here and there, in order to make the body fine. Just that. I gave the woman just a pack of double stem cell. Imagine, 14 sachets in a pack of double stem cell. She was such a woman that showed hospitality to the husband by giving the husband 7 sachets and consume 7 sachets so that they may be fine, at least to appear before the burial day. After that, they left for the burial, was unable to attend. They spent some time, so like 3 weeks before they returned back. I met her on the road. She said, wait. From the time you gave me the product, I started to notice things that I don't notice before in my system. It's just that the product is very costly. I would like to take another 1 pack. And I want to use it again. After that, I want to give my husband too. It's okay. I start to notice, after some months, changes. I decided to ask the woman, it's like something is changing. It's like you are no more one. The way I used to see you. Are you pregnant? She laughed. In fact, a lot of people believe that maybe it's just going for maybe one injection or the other, or to pump the belly so that they may be likely have a plan to go and adopt. You know what? Last Sunday was complete 1 month. The woman gave birth to twin babies, a boy and a girl, live in Port Harcourt. As we speak, it is another story that touched the entire people that know the woman. When they see this woman, they say, the woman we knew, some say 17 years, but normally tell people is above 15 years. I don't know whether their marriage is up to 17 or 18, but people say it's above 15 years, people that know her. So if it's a pack of double stem cell that the husband and wife shared, 7 sachet, can do that to a case that nobody expected. The wife, the husband is, if you see the head of the husband, everything is white hair. In fact, having children was no more their problem. We're just living their life like that, take care of every other thing. But this really happened now. In fact, when the woman gave birth, they closed their shop for like 2 weeks. If you go to the entrance of the shop and into the veranda, people around rush and buy powder everywhere to pour there because nobody expected such a thing to happen in their lifetime. There are some women, particularly they say some women go there to lie down there for that on top of the powder. Say they want this time in their lives. So this is a testimony that helped me to be resolved to do even more in order to tell the life of life. I really thank God for the opportunity I had to have this information in my lifetime and key in. And I key in along with my wife, which is my wife is now a friend to this woman, has been visiting the woman. Twin baby boy, a boy and girl. So that's my testimony. This happened over a month now in Port Harcourt. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
So that's the testimony I wanted to share yesterday.
Hello?
But it was not.
If you are not giving reaction, I don't know what you are doing on this platform. If you are not just sharing reaction, you are screaming like I am screaming. I don't know if this has taught you in any way. Because I had to mute myself and hold my voice. I've been screaming, I've been shouting. Wow. So, amazing. Funny enough, Mr. Flips is not with us or was not with us 2 weeks ago. I noticed he wanted to share a testimony yesterday and there was no space for him to do. Yesterday was Nigeria Phytoscience presentation every Monday, and Tuesday belonged to the Platinum Partners. I noticed he wanted to share a testimony, but the time will not permit. What did I do? I simply beckoned on to him and I asked if he still wants to share his testimony. He said yes, and I invited him over to this presentation. I want to ask Chief Phillips, have you shared this testimony with me before now?
No, that was the reason that yesterday I said this one is very hot, just like bread, hot bread that they just removed from oven.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you very, very much for that testimony. 2 weeks ago, we shared a testimony about a young man and his wife that were booked for IVF at Nordica Fertility Center. That happened for someone who had lost hope after 5 years that he does not know how he could ever impregnate his wife because of the so many complications and health challenges. And he got a pack of double stem cell and he used with his wife. Sincerely, the last thing on his mind was using the double stem cell for conception. But they got to know and they were turned back that the IVF is not holding because they are already conceived. So there are so many beautiful things that this is going to do in the lives of everyone who is coming on board. Be it conception, is your story. Be it cancer-free, if that is the problem. Be it diabetic-free, if that is the problem. Be it free from Alzheimer, if that is the issue. Be it any nephrological case that affects the kidney, that affects the pancreas, that affects the urethra, anything. Whatever the case may be, maybe blindness, be a case of maybe a case of deafness, to look young. Whatever the case is, this is the platform. You will get undiluted testimonies. This is what we offer you, just like he said. We bring it up. We can't even use our hand to hold it. Even the oven machine cannot even hold it because it is very, very hot. It is coming very fresh. With the Fahrenheit is shooting very, very high. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just sent a message to Dostech. Dostech, are you a GO4? Dostech? Aziz Kayode, I want to welcome you. Thank you so very much for joining us this evening. Permit me to say, with the approval of Our Royal Majesty, I like the white bear. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
If Dostech is here, Dostech, you cannot just walk into this house. We want to welcome Your Majesty. I'm sure you have one or two testimonies to share with us. Can you please do that before this place becomes crowded with so much testimony? Thank you. You can unmute yourself.
Thank
you so very much. Is your video on so I can put you on spotlight?
Huh?
I want to ask if you can put your video on so we put you on spotlight.
Let me just share. Are you hearing my voice? Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can. We can. No problem.
I don't want my video to.
You know, there is a reason why we
I did not prepare for this.
I can hear you very loud and very clear too. When we ask for videos, a lot of people want to see live direct, not as if you are reading a script or something. Like you can see, I am speaking directly from the abundance of my heart. And I'm saying it. Yeah, we don't, but a lot of people may be joining us for the first time today, may not do. I don't know, let's respect it. You don't want your video on, please go ahead, bless you.
Okay, let me on my video. Let me on my video then. Can you hear me? Can you see me now?
We can.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. J4.
You just put me on spotlight.
Good evening.
Hello. You just put me on spotlight. I did not prepare.
I'm sorry about that. It's for the whole, the whole essence is for people to see that you're not reading a script. You are not just saying a story. They can see that you're telling it real.
To see a human being, Abby.
That is the whole idea. Thank you, sir.
Only record them.
Okay. I don't know what kind of testimony. I have so many. I don't know the one to give. Is it the healing?
Yes, the healing, the product testimony. The product testimony.
Okay. Let me do this because it's a striking one. I met a guy, an ex super good player. His name is one of the 2002 team, South Korea. South Korea 2002. The guy, he was having a knee problem. That knee injury retired him prematurely. He retired having kidney issues, kidney failure. So when he met me, he was very broke. Okay, so I gave him some recommendations and he started Actual Plus, double stem cell and snowfield. Now the guy, that knee, let me say, he did export pressure abroad. Knee couldn't. When he started taking, he didn't tell me about knee issue. We only complaining about the kidney failure because the guy was down both financially and physically. His life was shattered. So when he started taking the therapy, that knee healed. That he
Recording in progress.
Much. Okay.
That's
God
nice.
bless you.
So,
Did someone say something? Thank you so much, Mr. Dozier. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Is it?
I know this is and so impromptu because you were not expecting this. You only came in a meal and you were told to serve one yourself. Thank you so very much for giving us that. God bless you. Now I want it to be thrown open to the house. Most times this testimony night lasts till 9:30, but most often it still seeps through till 10 p.m. I'm making the floor open right now. If you are someone who is here and you have used the phytoscience stem cell or you have administered it to someone, kindly showcase by raising your hand now. You can share your testimony.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, good everything from wherever you are. Invited guests, greetings to you all. My video can't come on, but we can do that. Okay, so 2 testimonies. I start with the major one that excites me the most. So there is a a family friend, someone much older than myself and my husband, who's like a mentor to us, whom we had been talking to about phytoscience since I think late 2020, but wouldn't listen. Not because he doesn't believe, but because he just feels he's not cut out for this. But unknown to us, or maybe he mentioned it in passing back then.
Can we see your video, please? Your face. Can we see your face, please?
Well, if you insist, I'm in the kitchen. Okay, let me just. Okay.
Okay, so you can rush.
As I was saying, he didn't quite take it seriously, but we know that he mentioned to us then that his wife had a health challenge, and I encouraged him greatly to try this. Try this therapy, but it wasn't so common.
Do we still have active life in the house? I don't know. Our network is really looking very, very unstable. I don't know if we still have active life in the house. Our network has been very, very unstable. We can barely hear what she was saying. Okay, we have Evangelist Good Luck.
Okay.
Is active life still in?
She's back now.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back now.
Okay.
Okay,
we
so,
were asking if, your video is
that,
on. Thank you so very much.
So I was saying that we went to see the woman on 14th of February, that's this year, 2022. And what we met on ground was critical. It was really critical. Critical in the sense that our problem had held on to 3 major organs in our body: our heart, our liver, our kidneys. Were already given away to the point that she had been recommended for a heart transplant. And all of this started with IBP. So my my consultant said that was the reason it took so long for them to buy into this. Well, I thank God that she immediately commenced the therapy that February, to my amazement. Okay, so sometimes she will be consistent, sometimes she will not be consistent with her therapy. I kept encouraging her. It was almost like a case of somebody who had given up on herself and she was just tired. She took me to her room, loads and loads of containers of, her body. I could see that every part of the body, especially the tummy, where you would expect a woman to have fat and should be soft, soft. Everything had gone hard. The back, a calf, back of her legs, a calf, everywhere, stiff. So you could tell that her kidneys weren't functioning and her liver was gone. So I started her out on the therapy and we kept praying for her. Please let me know if you can still hear me. Is my network still okay?
We can hear you.
Go ahead.
But your network is fluctuating. Okay. We can hear you.
Okay, so I was trying to move away from the generator noise. So she was sober. She told us so many things, my husband and I. Then she commenced the therapy. About 2 months into the therapy, and 2 months that I'm saying, not as if she wasn't consistent because she was still going to the hospital. It's not easy to get that mind shift. She still believed very much in her hospital thing. But she told me something which I like to be like to say very strongly that those of you on the call tonight who believe so much in what the doctor says, you would want to have a rethink and really be sure that your doctor has your interest at heart when they do all of these things, when they do all these prescriptions. So she told us, she said, there is a particular drug that the doctor places her on. So her body retains water because her heart was malfunctioning now. And so she said they will give her what they call furosemide. There's any pharmacist on the call tonight or a medical person, they should be able to know what furosemide is. So they will give her furosemide, 40 milligram in the morning, 40 milligram in the night. Furosemide was supposed or is supposed to drain up water from our body. But then she told us the downside of taking furosemide is that it damages the liver. Now, this is something that the doctors will never tell you. They will just tell you, keep using this. Wanted to take her drugs. Once she remembers the furosemide is there, her BP, her heart is just up there. To the glory of God, by May or thereabouts, she told us that, or let's say June, again, remember, she wasn't taking, she went on addiction like 2 times in between, all sorts. And the report I kept getting from the husband is that she was better, she was improving. The doctors only there to be sure of what they are seeing and all of those. And all of those times, they will take her off any other things. They won't allow her to do therapy. So I believe So the doctors told her, you don't need 80 milligram again, only 40 milligrams. So she was so full of appreciation and great gratitude to God that furosemide is almost going to be out of her way. Then later on, early June or before, at Amsterdam, we had a stopover, we're traveling to Canada. Like, that kind of long distance, is she that well? Is said all is well. That she's going for her son's graduation, and she'll be staying a short while, to rest. See, within my heart, I thought they just wanted to stick out to still go for the transplant, like they were doubtful.
Yeah.
But last week when
With Alex. With Alex. With Alex.
A very dear family to me. They are not a people who has done just like that. So this product, I pray that God opens up your eyes. This person is also in Canada, and I love the reports I'm getting about him. Thank you very much for your time. Mama Alex, I'm done. I don't want to take all the time. Well, she can still hear me.
I think her network is maybe her network is really, I don't know. Anyone hear me?
Yes, President, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes,
I think her network is really, really fluctuating, and she's got a very beautiful testimony to share this night. I don't know. Active Live, please, are you back?
She's done. She has finished narrating it, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, she wanted to share 2 testimonies. She wanted to share 2 testimonies. Oh, okay.
Hello, Leader Alex.
Hello, ma'am.
When network, yeah, when network is bad like that, when you allow them to off their video, the network will be a bit
Okay.
stable. I think it will be better for people to hear the testimony. Yeah, he had also talked about the HIV on, though the network
Okay.
was a bit unstable.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so very much, ma'am. We only requested for the video because of people may want to see, you know, a lot of people may say, oh, we don't know if they just put it on a speaker or somewhere. But for us to really enjoy this, I want to implore if we can do without the video so we can get everything in totality. Thank you so very much, Active Life. God bless you for all you are doing. Yeah. I hope people can hear me too very well. Evangelist, good luck. Your hand has been up since a while now. I don't know if you have a testimony to share or may we know why your hand is up, sir. Evangelist, you seem to be talking, but we can't hear you. Oh, okay. Your network won't allow you. Sorry about that. If there's any other person in the house that wish to share a testimony, please, may we hear from you now. Thank you.
I have 10.
I purposely didn't call your name, but I know you will find your way out.
So let me take the back bench.
Okay, Professor Adeloye, please come on board. I try not to place you on this podium, but I know you definitely will find and wriggle your way here. Come on board, sir. Have a great time.
Can someone else take?
Okay, Professor Adeloye said he has 10, and judging by the time, this is just about 3 minutes to 9. Professor Adeloye might do this till 10. Please, if there's another person who wish to share testimony so that you don't feel like we didn't allow you, please come on board right now and do your testimony before Professor Adeloye will come on board. Anyone, Elijah Sekinat, Tonya Grace, anyone, please. Some people have not heard that testimony you shared before. Please, you can share that. Some people are coming here for the first time today for the sake of this testimony. Please don't keep them. Hello, anyone?
Good evening, dear ones. Good evening, dear
Good
leaders and all our guests in the house. I didn't raise up my hand because I'm still very busy somewhere, but I think I need to share this for the purpose of people who are coming in for the first time. I have about 3 or 4 journalist colleagues who are down now, not because of their own fault or anything. I'm sure for those of us, not only journalism, a lot of work in Lagos and in Nigeria generally gives many of us stress. Yes, such a stressful life that at a point your BP will be so high. And we now discovered just 2 weeks ago, like one of my sisters said, many of these drugs that we are being placed on. I remember my mom was placed on about 4 or 5 of them to keep the blood pressure down with. One of them mentioned, but pointed it out clearly that 2 of these drugs that are meant to lower blood pressure are actually also damaging the liver. And one will ask the question, we are trying to kill high blood pressure, and here we are coming down with liver problem, kidney problem, and all whatnot. And that's the more reason why we are asking people, especially those who are here to know the healing power in this natural medicine, this regenerative phytoscience, 100% plant-based therapy. It's been doing for many people. I have many personal testimonies. My mom is one of them. Despite all the drugs she's been placed on, someone has a pressure of over 200. At times it will be like 210, 220, despite all the drugs. But now, when it comes to blood pressure, our blood pressure for her to have 135/85, I think this phytoscience plant-based stem cell therapy is not, targeted at just one, that particular blood pressure. Is also taking care of so many other things in the body, taking care of so many other things. And that is the more reason why everybody, if we are not strategic about our health, then we are not doing ourselves a lot of good. And if we are not taking anything away from here tonight, we should just, as much as possible, better now. There is something far better than, those toxic, I'll say toxic, describe, because I don't know, and that is meant to treat high blood pressure and is eventually damaging our liver and damaging our kidney. We know it. I've been health editor for like over 20 years, and I know what I'm talking about. And we all know it, but probably because in the past, there has been no alternatives. But now God has given us that better, much safer alternatives than all those, toxic things we are exposing our system to. Please, I always tell people, we can as well keep quiet about this, but anybody that keeps quiet about this opportunity, not giving people the information. If you see anybody, if you know anybody that has been going through any health challenge or the other, and we are not advising them that, why don't you try it? Because I know at the end of the day, there is no way they will go through this regenerative therapy and they will not thank us for it. I have so many sickle cell cases that I've handled, and I know the kind of prayers they are praying for me today. For children that it's always hospital visits for mothers. I have mothers who had resigned because it's always maybe in a month, hospital visits will take like 2 weeks or thereabout. But today, it's a whole lot of thanking God that they actually came across this. So please, it might not be about us. It might not be about those who are close to us, but definitely somewhere we have someone that this message can really be of help to. I have many diabetes cases that have been taken care of, including those who have been on insulin for many years. And they are on this therapy and they are thanking God today. Like I always said, our name, one of my former MDs in-house with us tonight, former managing director of National Mirror newspaper, Mr. Olajide. I appreciate you for joining us, sir. I know you are a very busy person. We've built a lot of names over the years, and all of us leaders in the house where I'm sure nobody is ready to joke with the name. My name is very precious to me, and we are not here to deceive anybody. This is about saving humanity, honestly speaking. If God has given us I know there is that passage in the Bible too, there is in the Quran, that there is no ailment that does not have cure. It might be that we might not find a cure, but now God Almighty has shown us this. Kindly let's help other people by spreading the message. Thank you all. I want to leave the podium for my able leader, our own prof, head of physics department, University of Lagos, Professor Adeloye. You are welcome to the podium, sir. I had to, quickly do this before I continue my journey. Thank you all. I appreciate everybody.
Thank you so very much. You can see, can we give a full screen reaction? Elijah, is that inside a car you are? She's inside the car. You are muted, ma'am.
That's why I didn't want to raise up my mind before.
Oh,
but I had to, since Prof said, let's give someone, and I said, okay, let me just chip in one or two things. Thank you, ma. Thanks so much.
Wow, please, can we please salute the doggedness of this mama? And I'm happy, I'm sure you are going to appreciate this more. We know that we said maybe you can go on without the video, but from this simple video now, you are still, because I saw the brightness of the light was on directly on her head, and I see the kind of chair. That chair does not look like a sitting room chair. That was why I was forced to ask if you are inside a car. And I see that there is a steering in front of her. You can see how passionate people are, so that you can listen and hear about this testimony. Elijah had to pack to come share this testimony with everyone here. So it is not because of you, just like you said. She said, it might be because of one person somewhere that God has destined for you to meet this evening. I want to say, God bless you, Elijah. God bless you, everyone that's been invited here. We appreciate your coming, and I know this is not going to be just the end of you being here. We're going to share so many things together. We are going to help save a lot of lives. She said, and I repeat, that there is no sickness that do not have a cure, but maybe a cure has not yet been found and people are dying. For you being here today, just note it, that a cure for one person's health issue has already been found, and you're going to be that channel that God is going to use to deliver the person from that health issue. So I can see our professor is already seated and ready to go. Professor Adeloye is a truckload of testimonies. In case you wish to know, you will not say he's just a professor. This is a professor that documents everything. I'm sure if you tell him to tell you, he will tell you every single testimony that he has recorded, because he files them. And I'm sure one day he's going to write a book about it. And I'm sure this man, I know, does not joke with money. If he should publish that book, I know it's going to be one of the best sellers in the whole world. Professor Adeloye, just like your grandma would say, you're welcome to this podium. Please go ahead, sir, and give us a wowing testimony. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much, Big Boss. It's wonderful to be here this evening. Let me start with my prostate cancer case. I said something about this a few weeks ago, that this man has prostate cancer. And he was down for a month before he got hold of our products. And we believe that people that are in his place of work, his co-workers, do not know that he has cancer. He goes to work every day, and nobody knows he has cancer because he has these products to take care of him. I was at the Ikeja office a few days ago, and the man needed some snow fort. He drove down. I told you he drove for the first time after taking our product. He had not driven for a long time, but because he was taking our products, he drove within 10 days of taking our products. So he drove down, and I looked at this man. I was seeing him for the first time because his sister-in-law is the one I know. I've known for so long because I taught her in UI many years ago. You won't believe this man has cancer. He was full of life. And I did not doubt it at all when the sister-in-law said, this man goes to work every day and nobody knows he has cancer at all. My second testimony is on prostate enlargement. All the cases I've handled before took less than a month, or a month thereabout. But this stubborn case took 2 months, and the man was still telling me. Funny enough, he has the same surname as I do. We are both Adeloye. The second month, he took the products. After taking the product for 2 months, he told me that he did not see any changes. So I gave him products for a month free of charge. I had just started to get the results. And I called him yesterday. I had a beautiful story to tell me. He said he had not told me anything for a long time. And that this time around, the products have worked. That he used to draw back his seat to pee inside a bottle in traffic because he was urinating every minute. I would take that to mean that he was urinating frequently. It couldn't have been every minute, but to him, it was as if he was urinating every minute. So that has stopped now. He urinates at the right frequency now, but he says he still has to hurry down the time he needs to do it, which means that I told him, you need to take the product for 6 months. 3 months have done a lot of wonders in this man. You can only imagine what taking the product for 3 more months will mean to the man. Then there's the case of 4 years of spondylitis and spondylosis. I never knew the difference between the two before this woman told me about her case. Funny enough, I was at an event and I was talking about sinusitis. She thought I said arthritis, but it's wonderful the way God works. This was the last time she was going to attend our meeting because we are now going off Zoom. And she just cut it and called me after the meeting. I told her it's not arthritis, but the products also work for arthritis. She did not believe me. She was going to say, I was just saying that, no, I don't want you to tell me lies just because it works for one. I said, no, man, these products work for all health issues. And I've treated nothing less than 15 cases of arthritis. And I sent my testimonies to her. And I gave her products for a month. 2 weeks into, in fact, a week into the product, she said she was feeling greatly relieved. I had a chat with her 3 weeks into the therapy, and she said she has cut down on pills. Instead of 2 pills a day, she takes only 1 pill a day now. And the woman is so happy because she has been so scared of being tied to pills. 4 years of being on pills, a great relief for a wonderful woman. Now, there's a case of fibrous stomach ache bleeding. I'll just put it that way. This woman, as I'm sure I mentioned before in the previous testimony night, that she sent a message to her brother, like a family friend, that she was dying. She had an operation, fibroid operation, the year before. And the year after, the thing was still giving her a lot of problems. She was bleeding. Anytime she had stomach pain, she would bleed. And then she went to hospital each time, and then the doctors gave her some medications. But as soon as she was through with them, the stomach pain and the bleeding started again. This woman believed she was dying. Within, if her urine was, as she put it, I'm going to that my laptop just packed up just now. What I mean is that I have to re-put. I'm going to endeavor to put all this in the maybe the next testimony night. I'm going to see all this as Facebook chat or WhatsApp chat. She said her urine was like Martina. The very first day she took her products, her urine became normal. Just the way my saliva became normal in 5 days. But this woman, in this woman's case, it was just the same day. Within 2 hours, her urine had become normal. Just like the man that had a twisted intestine. I gave him the products, one of my old students' members. And within 2 hours, he belched twice and went to the toilet because he already had a catheter put on him, but there was nothing that could be done about going to the loo. He went to the loo within 2 hours, he belched twice and went to the loo, and that was the end of the blockage in her intestine, in his intestine. Now, the case of this woman is like that. Within 2 weeks, everything about the tummy ache, bleeding stopped. In fact, she's not picking my calls. She's not responding to my messages anymore. But I saw the brother that referred her to me yesterday. I said, so many things the girl did not tell me. He said that she was feeling so weak. Some days she could not even get up because of the bleeding. And that she was feeling so good that she went outside and took a photo of herself. She never told me any of this. That's for her case. Now, diabetes. There's an elderly man, one of our members got products for him. And then he now said he needed more products. He called and said he needed more products. And it was why, in fact, my friend was the one that called him and said, Babashi, you are feeling better. Baba said he was feeling fine, that he had almost exhausted his product. And my friend now said, have you noticed any changes? Man said, yes. In fact, I'm feeling so wonderful. I've thrown away my walking stick. Let me stop here for now. Thank you so much, viewers. Like I said,
Thank you so much, Professor Adeloye.
Recording stopped.
Professor Adeloye, did you stop the recording?
I did not. I'm not recording anymore. Because my laptop is not working, I have to get back to it and join the meeting again. You already put me on the spot.
Because I'm surprised the recording paused.
Maybe somebody else is recording.
Please, who else is recording? Any of the co-hosts? Anyone recording?
Don't worry, big boss. I'm recording not the normal way. I'm capturing the screen on another device. Because you didn't make the other one. You didn't make me co-host on the other one.
Okay. I did make you a co-host for the two of them.
You didn't show on the other one.
Okay.
So I'm just capturing the screen there.
I can still go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay, we have the hands of some people up. We have Olabode, your hand is up. And we have Techno Pilver 3+. Your hand is up. Olabode, can we hear you? Olabode, your hand is up. Professor Adeloye, you are co-host now.
Okay.
Okay, if Olabode is not talking, can we hear Techno? We pleaded with everybody to please change into their proper names so we can address them properly. Okay, I don't know if you're still here with us, but if you're not, I hope you'll be able to come back in. While this is going on, I will want to resume recording, but I will want to quickly showcase to Ross what we've been talking about. I'm sure a lot of you will be like, what are they really talking about? They've made mention of this, they've made mention of that, this help that, this help this. What is it they are talking about? Because I have seen a lot of cases where so many people will come and say, oh, Alex, that thing you were talking about, is it the same thing as XYZ? And I'll tell them, no, it is not XYZ. I'm going to be showcasing to us what everybody has been talking about. Please, if it is not the same thing as what we are going to show to you this evening, please be wary, because there is this saying, if it is not Panadol, it will not be the same thing as Panadol. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to share my screen and showcase to Ross what this old testimonies is all about. Thank you. If you can see my screen, please let me know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start recording right now. Before I record, I want to say a very big thank you to all our sharers who have shared the testimonies with us this evening. I want to say thank you so very much. God bless you. I'm sure the testimonies we share will be permanent. And for those who, whose testimonies are shared, I'm sure you're not going to go back to ill health. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Recording in progress.
So I want to welcome us to where wellness and wealth lives. The wellness and wealth lives in the house of, let's take it like this, Phytoscience, and I want to welcome you to this award-winning opportunity. We are not going to dwell so much on the wealth creation aspect today, because we are strictly talking about health, but it will not also, can anyone hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so very much. I also want to let us know that when the health is talking about the pocket and the body, we are having total wellness, because WHO has described wellness or great health when there is all of the faculty is in good health. That is when you talk about having great health. So This is also going to expose you to how your pocket can be beautifully lined, how you can make a honest living through the phytoscience coming together with Mibel Biochemistry of Zurich, Switzerland. Seeing a lot of trips and travel that can still happen if you partner with this beautiful company. You can see a diamond lifestyle, diamond award. These are retreats, trips, and travels, hangouts, and all that happen. By the time you do all this, you are well in mind, you are well in pocket, you are well in body. So science will expose you to how you can be financially free. Note this, Eric Ward said, the ability of settling bills, the ability of settling bills is not the same thing as financial freedom. Please write it down somewhere. The ability of settling bills is not the same thing as financial freedom. So don't get it twisted. Phytoscience will expose you to 11 beautiful ways of earning. And please, whoever it is that has invited you to this testimony this evening, let them get back to you and explain. Tell them that, I saw some figures in dollars. Alex was saying you're going to explain to me. Please hold them by the waist. Don't let them go until they tell you how you can really earn beautifully. But this evening, we want to showcase to you the product that has been doing this wonders. So as I scroll down, you'll see so many figures. These figures are in monetary terms. These figures are things that you can earn by yourself. People are making this, they don't have double head, they don't have unnumbered limbs, they have the same limbs, the same head, the same body features, just like you do, and they are living very good lifestyle. So I just saw myself here. Woo! That's me, Alex Igbori. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a blue diamond. Thank you. Thank you. And so many other. Oh, wow, this is Professor Babatunde Adeloye. You can see where the cursor is placed. That is Professor Babatunde Adeloye, who is also a sheriff with us this evening. We have a Geoffrey Benedict. This is the second person who shared the testimony with us. So you see, we are talking about men, high and mighty. Now, this is what WHO is saying, that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. The social is there. For you to be sociable, you know that the pocket has to be properly lined for there to be something called being sociable, because you can't just make all the noise in the world and your pocket is not speaking in conformity with your talk. So when you are healthy, your physical aspect is healthy, your mental, your social well-being is also very, very healthy. Now, how to stay healthy? How do you really stay healthy? We are propagating how to go back to nature. How to go back to nature. When you go back to nature, a lot of people see going back to nature as plucking leaves and boiling and making concoction, but that is not what going back to nature is. The beginning of all the story, the beginning of ourselves, the beginning of our life are all targeted at something called the stem cells. So the stem cell is the origin of everybody, whether you agree to it or not, because we were talking to a woman that she needed stem cell and she was busy casting and binding. Don't let that be the story. The story of stem cell started from the copulation between our parents. Now, the interaction that happened that day was what formed in 40 weeks for a child being birthed in 40 weeks with all the complete features. So the stem cell is what actually formed everything in totality. I was speaking with someone who listened to our presentation last night, and the person came and said, Alex, no, this is not like this. We have so things that does the same. I said, sir, sleep and death can never be the same. They only look alike. Sleep and death are far apart. You may say you have something that does this, but they are never stem cells. Stem cell is in the class of its own. They are regenerative. They are regenerative therapies. Now, we all know that it is the stem cell that will form your level 1, which is the cell, level 4, which is the system, and level 5, and everything that makes you whole. Now, what are the potentials of the stem cell? Someone had said, I use this for diabetes. Another person said, I used it for someone with HIV. Another person had said, I use this for someone who had stroke. Another person has spoken about conception. So this is telling you that stem cells are undifferentiated. Please note that today. If you're talking about nephrological cases, stem cell is there to fix them. If you're talking about orthopedic cases, stem cells are there. If you're talking about optical services, stem cells are there. If you're talking about neurological, stem cells are there to fix it. Whatever the case may be, the stem cell started everything in the first place, and it is fixing everything in totality. So with this representation of stem cell taking care of stroke, baldness, blindness, learning defect, deafness, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, missing teeth, wound healing, amyotrophic sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, diabetes, macular degeneration, anything, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's diseases, care of the spinal cord injury. This is a very well-known fact about stem cells. Everybody has stem cells. Everybody uses stem cells. Stem cells dies. Some people will say, okay, when I start it now, do I continue for the rest of my stem cells dies? That is the way the creator had fashioned it. Stem cells die. So for you to live that healthy, strong life, you need to deliberately nourish and regenerate. You have to be deliberate, you have to be intentional about it. So we are introducing the revolutionary plant-based stem cell. What we have discussed from the beginning, from conception stories, are embryonic stem cells, which we get from our parents. But because getting embryonic stem cell today became controversial, the amount is jaw-breaking, and it is not easily accessible. Some world bodies are against it. Mibel Biochemistry found a wonderful substitute, which is the plant-based stem cell. And the plants that are used for this are plants that share epigenetic factors like human cells. They are not just ordinary plants that you can meet on your way anywhere. They are plants that are past test of time, that are regenerative in nature, that can heal themselves. I'm sure a lot of us wonder how the animals in the forest and woods live in contact with so many of these unknown things to human that can help them regenerate. Now, this marriage happened between Mibel Biochemistry and Phytoscience. Mibel Biochemistry is a company in Zurich, Switzerland, and Phytoscience is a Malaysian company. Mibel Biochemistry and Phytoscience signed an MOU agreement where the exclusive ownership of the double and the triple stem cell formulation was handed strictly to Phytoscience. So when you hear someone say, oh, I have stem cell, please check. Is it written the origin of stem cell? Is it written Phytoscience? If it is not, please, I will beg you to be careful about what you take. Phytoscience has 7 products. We have the double stem cell and the crystal cell for now, the double stem cell and the crystal cell. This will help with every cellular rejuvenation. They got anti-inflammation properties. They have protection from UV. They help speed up wound healing, and they are anti-aging. Now, these are sublingual therapies. They are not your regular go-to medication. This is not expected to be chewed or inhaled. Don't sniff it. Don't say, oh, it looks like something I can sniff. Please don't sniff it. It is meant for your sublingual gland straight to your brain. Now, all you need to do is pour a sachet underneath your tongue. Leave it there for about 5 minutes. In less than 5 minutes, it will permeate through the sublingual gland that you can properly see here. These are your sublingual glands. It will go from this sublingual gland straight to the brain. When it gets to the brain, it will divide through mitosis and it will begin to get to everywhere where it is needed. 5 minutes after you've consumed this, you're expected to drink about 50 cl water and still drink a lot of water as the day goes by. The Phytoscience double stem cell and crystal cell is best taken on an empty stomach. Now, other products are the Stonefield Fort, IIQ Plus, Active Plus, Miracle Intense Essence, and H2O Moisturizer. The Stonefield Fort is your best goal for every gastrointestinal problem. You heard Elijah Sekinat say a lot of people with sickle cell anemia getting help. The Stonefield Fort is one of the reasons why those with sickle cell anemia are getting help. The Stonefield Fort will have every known or unknown gastrointestinal problem. It helps to fight halitosis. It's awesome for taking away heavy metals. Many of us have lead in our blood, but we don't know. There is the increase of having children. Some people will think, oh, it is my mother-in-law who does not like me, or one auntie crossed my leg when I was pregnant, or so many other stories. But because the world is eating so many things that are not really good for consumption, we have the increase of heavy metals, and we also have the radiation that goes with all the gadgets and devices that we have. You don't pour the content of the Stonefield Fort under your tongue, no. You pour a sachet of the Stonefield Fort in a 50 cl water. It becomes green. We call it the green or the longevity green food. The Stonefield Fort is awesome. When you consume Stonefield Fort, you should do that within 30 minutes of the mixture. Please, you take 1 sachet of the Stonefield Fort daily, except on very rare occasions or special cases. We have another water therapy called the Actu Plus. Actu Plus is made from 18 fruit, 12 vegetables, and 9 spices. Permit me to take you back that the Stonefield Fort is made from the Snow Mountain algae pure, chlorophyll of mulberry plants, and the wheatgrass, and so many other extracts. Now, the Actu Plus is a beautiful buffet where you have in totality 18 fruit, 12 vegetables, and 9 spices, helping to take care of every matter. Convalescence case, it is there. Immune boosting, it is there. Helping with a male member, whenever you have a case, any man who wants to prevent so many accidental things that's happening to men now. For every prostrate matter, you will want to reach out to Actu Plus. For anyone who wants to build a very strong immune system, you want to reach out to Actu Plus. For anyone who suffers type 1, type 2, or pre-diabetes, you will want to get Actu Plus. And please, if you don't want to suffer from any of these things, because some people will say, okay, I don't have this. I think I'm going to open a fresh bottle of Actu Plus for myself now, so that I can have look younger again. Now, the Actu Plus can be taken 3 to 5 drops if you're just trying to maintain a healthier lifestyle, or you can use 10 drops if you're trying to get back on your feet from any health issue. Now, this Actu Plus is consumed with about 4 ounces of water, room temperature water, not hot water. The next product is IIQ Plus. IIQ is a would like to say a child of, what would we say, a child of circumstance, yeah, because it's happened in the world today. The gadget is multiplying, the radiation is multiplying, the emission of the blue light is multiplying. Many of us are getting our brain fatigue, the cells of the brains are dying, and our sight are not getting as good as they used to be. So the IIQ Plus is come to help restore brain health. It's coming to reduce muscular degeneration. It's helping with every neurological case, and people with Huntington's, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, strokes. Many of us know that when there is a short supply of oxygen going into the brain, or when the blood is not properly circulated into the brain, that is when stroke occurs. Let us quit saying everything about village people. So the IIQ can help you boost. Or if you are that person who is going into the room to pick something and you come in with a total opposite of what you went in to pick, please, you will need IIQ. In general, everybody need IIQ because we need the mental alertness for our daily dealings. Now, the next one are the topically applied cells, which are the triple stem cells. We have the H2O moisturizer and the Miracle Intense Essence. If you see, there's a beautiful smile that came across my face when I started talking about this too. These are products you will not want to miss. You will want them in your house, either as a first aid or as a beauty enhancer. It will give you a total moisturized skin. It will give you a supple skin. It will take away fine lines and wrinkles. And we have given it extra jobs by helping to solve so many diabetic gangrene, psoriasis, eczema, skin tags, warts, discoloration. What's the name of this one now? This makeup kind of burn, is it chronosis or something like that, where you see the jaw area or the cheekbone area of a woman. I saw a man today. I was almost offering him the Miracle Intense Essence. You will know that at the younger years, they must have used so many toxic things to their skin. And this is me pleading with everybody, many of our young ladies especially, who are trying to look very fair-skinned. Please permit me to use the word. Do not fall into the class of the people with low self-esteem, because I see that is the craze to belong is what is driving a lot of people to changing their skin color. And please, if you are that person who wants to take up the challenge of changing your skin color, maybe tomorrow or by next week, take a time, sit down and read about the demerits of having a bleached skin, because if anything should happen, you are at a greater risk. There is also the risk of skin cancer. Have you weighed the price of dealing with skin cancer, and what will it benefit you for just being among the people who are reigning or just being in good health? Now, these products are duly certified. We have a lot of certification. We have the FDA certification. We have the Allow certification. We have the natural, 100% natural. It is vegetarian friendly. It is 100% phytoscience, and these and many more is what makes Phytoscience unique. Phytoscience also covers everybody who is really signed up in this with an insurance of up to $1 million if you can clinically prove that Phytoscience product has caused a demerit to you. Now, viewers' discretion is advised. Just like we spoke about on embellished testimonies this evening, we are going to be showcasing a leg that is not doctored, a leg that is not photoshopped, as real as it can be. But if you cannot see gory sight, please, you may be advised to look away for some seconds. This is a leg that was booked for amputation. And for you, if you have someone who has invited you today and you want to, like, are you for real? They can show you the week by week healing process of this leg. I'm sure you're going to really marvel at how this leg came from where it was to where it is. Now, we had the testimonies of people who are birthing double kids because they found Phytoscience. This is also a story of someone who has given up hope, but because they met with Phytoscience, even after going through IVFs that have failed, plentiful of them, and a lot of money gone down the drain. You can see the babies are really happy to come into the life of these people. This is what Phytoscience will do for anyone who is trying to conceive. Now, how do you come on board? For those of us who want to come on board, you can come on board Phytoscience with the following amount. You can get back to the person who's invited you to showcase this properly to you. There are the silver, the gold, and the platinum packages. The silver, the gold, and the platinum packages. Please reach out to the person who's invited you. For the sake of dealing in big business or reaching out to a wider audience, I will want to advise you this night to go for the gold package or the platinum if you can, because after the month of August, the prices of these things may change, and there is a promo going on with the gold going to auto platinum that may also change after August. So I want you to rush back to the person who has invited you for this presentation that you want to key in right now so you make very good use of the opportunity you have. That is what it is about Phytoscience, product, and everything. I'll say a very big thank you to you for listening. How do you come on board? How do you come on board? That was part of the last one that should be shared. How you can come on board is simply by picking up a form. It could be virtual form, it could be a physical form. All you need to do is fill your detail appropriately. Please don't write engineer, sir, chief, if that does not come up in your ID card. The way your name appears on your ID card is the way you should write your name. If your name is Chukwuma C. Ejindu, please write Chukwuma C. Ejindu. If your name is Chukwuma Benson Okafo, and that is how it is on your ID card, please write Chukwuma Benson Okafo and pay the amount that goes in conformity with the package you want. Make sure you are you're duly registered by the person, and you're going to receive a mail immediately that happens. That is one thing I can always vouch for. That will tell you that your money is not gone anywhere, that your money is really, really working for you. So Phytoscience is going to send you a message immediately you get that registration done, and you get your package, and voila, you can share this to as many people as you wish. You can share to people in your jurisdiction, people outside your jurisdiction. It does not necessarily have to be people in your area. Many people who have spoken to you this evening, or people who have invited you this evening, you did not hear their voice. Just like you too inviting people, don't be scared. Don't say, oh, will I have to say all what Alex has been saying since morning? You don't have to do that. The person who's invited you will bring you to a forum, and you also can bring the people that you are expected to bring into platforms where they will properly be lectured. I want to say a very big thank you to you. At this junction, we have just about 5 to 10 minutes. And I know someone somewhere may want to ask a question. So I'm going to leave this time out to just 2 persons who are really, really yearning to ask a question or two. Please, we'll take 2 persons. If you want to ask any question, kindly raise up your hand or go to the chat room and put your question down. Please, let's quickly do that because this meeting ends by 10. Oh, Professor Adeloye, your hand is up. What would you want to ask?
Yes, that means you have allowed me to take only 5 of my testimonies. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
Now, take a look at this. Good evening, Prof. Thanks for accepting my request. I'm Dr. Sir Prince, a medical doctor from Ghana. Prof, I've listened to some of your videos and that made me look you up on social media. I'm a huge fan.
Whoa.
That's not the story. I thought I got a prospect, so I was trying to see if I could make him sign up. This is what he told me today. Personally, I sent some videos to him. Personally, I know the product is good. I've even walked to the office in Ghana. One at Kumasi. I've gotten some for a few people and some doctors. I am better of you. Okay. The important thing is that this is a medical doctor all the way from Ghana. And he's saying that he loves her. He has been recommending our products all the way from Ghana. Now I have a cousin who says until medical doctors all over the world recommend phytoscience products, he won't join. That is just the way life is. So I don't have much time this night. Let me stop here because, as you said, we have just a few minutes more. Thank you so much.
See how I'm shaking my head. See how I'm shaking my head. Professor Adeloye, let it be known to you today that a prophet is not known in his own house. I stand to quickly tell us here that before COVID, a man went for a checkup at a particular hospital where he was really diagnosed to be losing his sight, and he unfortunately will lose the sight except he goes for XYZ surgeries abroad. Then COVID happened and he had prostate issues. The children got phytoscience product for him to help with the prostate case. But as it continued, immediately COVID was lifted, the man told his children, I feel funny, kind of. Can I quickly see my doctor? And the children were expecting the worst. He went back and the doctor asked him after the checks, oh, that's great. You were able to go for your surgery. The man said, what surgery? He said the surgery that was recommended for you. The man said, did COVID not happen at your place? Everybody has been locked down with COVID. I didn't go anywhere. My children only got me something for the prostate issue. And surprisingly, it did not only do the COVID matter, it did both the prostate matter. It did both the prostate, the COVID, and the sight. The doctor asked him, what is this that was given to you? He told the doctor the name. The doctor quickly took his phone out and showed the man. Is it any of this? The man said, yes, this one in particular, and there's another one, this one in particular, this one in particular. The man left the doctor's office, and guess what? The doctor picked up his phone and called a team member who's been speaking and sending him messages about phytoscience products. That doctor joined phytoscience that day. He's in my team. He joined he called now to join by himself. Nobody prospected him anymore after that man, because he had this man's record. He told the man was going to lose his sight. He told the man to go for XYZ surgeries. The man did not leave the shores of the country because COVID was there. Nobody went nowhere. So if you have spoken to someone about this and they are insisting on when their doctor says, permit me to use the word. I met with someone recently who said that his mom is a nurse or was a nurse. And the mom warned them that unless it is almost a near death, they should not use some drugs because it will only compound the problem for them in the future. That is a big time nurse advising the children. But some people will base it on until my doctor said. Please, you can save a lot of people. You don't necessarily have to be a doctor to come on board this. Many of us are not. And we don't really claim to be, please, in case any of us will tell you I'm a doctor, except if the person is a certified medical doctor, please save somebody's life. It's the life first. God bless you. I can see Madia Muna Badru, your hand is up, but before you, I have a question at the chat room, and someone wants to say if there's any testimony on keloids. Yes, there has been awesome and thousands of testimonies on keloids, on warts, on skin tags, on so many things that is skin related. So please, Mama, you can comment now.
Hello? Hello?
Are you speaking? We can't hear you, ma.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, I can hear you now. Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
I have a question. I registered somebody under me. I think the person did good, but is having a problem in downloading the ID card. So I now asked him to send the ID card to me to see. So the mistake he made is that he's using 3 names on that ID card. But when he wants to submit name on the form, it was only 2 names that was there. So I was not like, what would be the solution for him to be able to upload the ID card? Hello?
Okay, thank you so very much. I love myself for one thing, because I always say, if your name is XYZ, if there is an abbreviation, write it the way it was abbreviated. Most often when we want to do registration, we'll tell people to snap the ID card and send. Some people will be like, why? I can tell you, don't I know my name? Excuse me. I once had a registration, and the person insisted her name was pharmacist Mrs. SYZ. I went ahead to write pharmacist Mrs. SYZ. I asked her if that is how her name appears. She said, please write, that's my name. The day we were to upload the ID, it was not taken because the names she gave, one of it is not even in the ID, and another name was included in the ID. I'd like to second that. I will reply to your message. So we had problems, but it is something fixable. All you need to do is write a letter to Malaysia. When you write, you just write correction of name. You snap the ID card where the name is. And please, when you are filling the form, write to info@iphyto.com. Write that you want to make as it appears in the card. Now, when you do that, write the correct name, write wrong name, write the wrong name there, correct name, write the correct name there, attach the ID card to it and submit. It will be taken care of almost immediately. So it's not a very big issue. It can be fixed, it can be corrected.
Okay, thank you.
It can be corrected.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. I think that will be all for tonight. I'd like to second out for the picture you showed. We are going to. Okay. Okay. I have 2 more questions in the chat room. After these 2, I think we'll call it a night. Someone is just asking if you have to take the phytoscience stem cell for as long as you live. That if you have to do that, it's not the same thing as, it's just the same thing as a conventional medication. No, you can choose to continue to take phytoscience stem cell, or when you've achieved what you want to achieve. Please don't drop your phone numbers on this chat room, please. Please, who has invited V2027? We say write your name. Please write your full name so the person who's invited you will know. And please do not write your phone number. I don't know who invited you, but my name is Alex. I don't know how to reach V2. If you don't, who invited? Can you please unmute yourself? I'm going to go against, this is past the time, but V2027, can you unmute yourself? You're a registered member. Okay, thank you so very much. Please speak with your sponsor. Do we have a distributor in Anambra? We have plenty of team members in Anambra. Ollie, please, who invited you? Hello, Ollie, can you speak, please? All the people we are calling, please help us to speak fast. Our time is really gone. Ollie, you asked if we have a distributor in Anambra. Okay, while she's getting to that, for the person who asked about ovarian cysts, phytoscience double stem cell is awesome for every cyst matter. Ovarian cyst, breast cyst, whatever the cyst is, the phytoscience stem cell is equal to the task. And for the person who asked if you have to take it forever, because if you do that, it's the same thing as a conventional medication. I want to assure you tonight that you don't necessarily have to take it forever, because with phytoscience stem cells, when you achieve your desired goal, you can just use sparingly. You can just use as your heart desire. Many of us, when we remember, I just pop one into my mouth and I go my daily labor. Then someone also asked a question about, Ollie, please, I really want to speak with you. Okay, you said you want this testimony for a brother. Yes, definitely. You will get a testimony for that brother according to your heart desire. God bless you. Okay. Dayton, there are distributors in Ondo, but I want to, all these people asking this, I have reason for asking you, who has invited you for this presentation? Dayton, please, who invited you for this presentation? Hello? Dayton, can you speak, please? Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, Mama Alex.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, ma. Well done. God bless you. Great leader.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm the one that invited him. I'm her.
Okay, please get back to her. She's asking about Ondo, so you gather appropriately.
All right.
God bless you. How about Ollie? Is Ollie still in this house? Ollie, you can unmute yourself. Prince Bashir Adefaka, your hand is up. You can speak, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, Ollie, good evening.
Good evening. Please, we have a distributor in Anambra. I want to buy...
who invited you, ma'am?
Andy.
Who is Andy?
I saw I don't know, I saw an advert through Facebook, so I now joined. He now sent me this Zoom ID, so I now connected.
Can you get me the full name of the person, please? Andy what?
I don't know the person. I don't know the person. I just saw the person in Facebook and now followed him from Facebook.
Hello.
Dostek, is that you?
Not the
Hello?
person.
Chidozie,
Chat
are
the
you the
admin of the
one?
group you are in. Is my team member.
Okay. Okay. Please,
Hello.
Ollie, you
Hello.
are in good hands.
Madam, chat the in the
Chat
group,
you.
there is an admin.
Now?
Yeah, chat
We have admins there. Chat any of
Andy
those
that
admins.
you've attended the presentation.
In that group you are in, chat any of their 2 admins there. Do you understand?
Please, she said it's on Facebook.
Any of the words?
Please, madam, can you go back and chat Andy?
There are numbers in the
To get the
group, 2 admins. Chat one of those numbers.
Can you want to number of people on
Okay,
one of
thank
the
you,
admins in the
everyone.
group.
Thank you so very much. The reason why we are insisting is so that you don't go back to someone as labor to bring you here. You don't just go toss that to another person who does not know how the person had made you get to this place. Anybody would have attended to you, but we do the right and the proper thing, and we just ask for the proper thing to be done. Prince Bashir, I think this will be the last one. We've gone far out of our time. Prince Bashir, your hand is up. Can we hear you, please? Prince Bashir, we can't hear you. You're muted. Hello? Okay, if Prince Bashir...
Hello, are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir. Or good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are.
Hello, are you... Yeah, good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir. Yes.
Speak, sir. We are hearing you, Mr. Bashiru.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a very big thank you to you for being a wonderful audience. It's been a superlative evening today. Thank you so very much to all the people who shared their testimonies and the testimonies of people who have used the Phytoscience themselves through them. This meeting holds every Tuesday. It might be a testimony night, and sometimes it will be a full-time presentation where Alex Igori may not necessarily be the trainer that day. But I explained to us all that Alex Igori is the convener of the Platinum Partners, and this happens 8 p.m. every Tuesday. God keeping us. I want to say a very big thank you to you. If you're a first timer and you were invited to be in this presentation tonight and you found yourself here, I want to assure you that the time spent here is not wasted. We don't normally get to 10 p.m., but today we have just gone a little above 10 p.m. That's to tell us. And the house is still full. Nobody wants to go anywhere. This is because this thing is rooftop art, and someone said it is oven fresh. Thank you so very much, everyone. It's been a nice time having you. I want us to do this again next Tuesday. It's going to be a presentation, maybe not necessarily a testimony night. I want you to go ahead and bring someone who needs to hear about this. Ask the person who's invited you, because for security reasons, we change our password every Tuesday. But I want to say a very big thank you to you for honoring our invitation. God bless you. This recording is going to be let into the world, and you can reach the person who's invited you to share this recording with you. You may also use this recording for a tool. You can send it on an errand globally. Phytoscience is globally represented, and anybody in any part of the world can come on board the Phytoscience plant stem cell business and also take care of their health. This is me signing out, and I want to open this ground for everybody to say their shout outs. It's been a wonderful time tonight. You've been all wonderful, awesome. I love you all. We are the Trinity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I was wonderfully blessed, my friends. I love you. Have a great night, friends.
Everyone, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I will shout
so
you
much.
up.
Thank you. God bless you, ma. Bye.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Recording